guys, Lee, Cam, Jake's at work.
Yeah, we're Bogans on a budget.
And we're back with the Stato again, the old girl. Getting a bit of love. So I'll let Cameron tell you what's going on, because I'm going to have a swig of the old Rockstar. Thank you very much, Rockstar, sponsor. Really nice, thanks.
Cheers. Purples and reds and blues. At the moment we're back on the bodywork, so I managed to find some new back doors for it. Got these for an absolute steal, no rust in them. So yeah, we just get the bodywork sorted out so we can replace the bottom sills down here.
Looks like dog shit at the moment, but we have to go back to bare metal
to get everything right. Previous people before my dad had this painted over the original paint job, which kind of sucks. So
this is done with all power tools at the moment, but we'll hand sand this later on and get it nice and smooth. And well, not so much smooth, but you know, enough to have an X primer grab onto.
I'll give you a quick update on the inside. I didn't do this on camera, but I installed a BMM shifter in it yesterday. Well, finished the install yesterday.
After so many rude and swear words later.
Oh yeah. It took me a little bit, but I got that sorted out. At a later stage, me and Lee were talking about making a custom console for this that attaches to the new console. So I'll have the armrest and that back in there.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll show you a video on the custom fab side of that. So we'll probably start with cardboard, and then we'll get all the template and all that kind of stuff, and we'll use the moulding of the original, and then we'll make it out of probably MDF or even fiberglass, and then carpet it or whatever he wants, really, wrap it in leather. So that's a future video, so stay tuned to that.
So here we've got the back section here. I actually cut these dodgy welded spots out. I got a fine cut them, so I did that one and I did that one, which needs to be cut a bit better, but that was just a rough cut to get the old crap out of there so we could see what we were working with. I've got this sill down here to do, which I've got all new sills for the car. I got those the other day from good old Rare Spares. Got to do the back window channel, so I can put the window back in at a later stage.
Yeah, we might replace that, cut that and replace it, or we might even just fill it with a little bit of fiberglass filler. So we won't use we might use lightweight filler, but fiberglass filler, it's stronger.
Which we have a tin of that.
We can apply it from the back, or we can actually run a little bit of sticky tape or something on the back of it, keep it smooth, and then just put the fiberglass filler or Bondo, whatever you want to call it, just a thin smear of it in there, and when it's set up nice and hard, take the tape off the back, sand it. You know, she shouldn't leak again as long as you've got good adhesion. So if you sand it properly, Bob will stick. Bob will not stick to plastic, guys, so don't even try it. So it's a smooth surface. If you rough the plastic up enough and maybe drill some holes for anchor points, it may stick, but my experience in it, it doesn't stick because it's a smooth surface, and there's oils in the plastics that allow it not to adhere. So what we have to do today, or what we are doing today, we have been doing for a while, but we thought we'd grab the camera out and show you guys
where we're at with this. I haven't done any videos on this in a while. It's been put on the back burner for a bit.
I've been busy. I paid some bills and did some projects, and I finally went out and bought my VY Club Sport, so I'll show you guys that later. She's a beast.
Yeah, 2 minutes, not even 2 seconds on Facey I found it for him.
Yeah, and then I think it was a day later I bought it.
Yeah, so the next day you went and brought it. You said you couldn't find one in SA, and I found one.
Yeah, I was originally going to travel over to WA to look for one for some guy, and then COVID came in, and we got locked down for 5 days. Well, they thought they were going to lock down for 5 days, but I don't know what they were doing in SA. But so what we're doing at the moment, guys, is I think Cameron explained last time that we've got the little rotary air tools. This is the Black Ridge one. These we bought these ones from Super Cheap, but we've got another one.
I've got another one up there that's a more expensive one.
I'm pretty sure that they're 50 mil.
Yeah, they're 50 mils.
They're 50 mil discs. And all we're really doing is, because back in the day, how they used to actually get the bodies straight on the old cars is they used to do it with a really light, thin skim of lightweight filler, and they did it on the whole car. Right, same as if you watch West Coast Customs on MTV and all that, you'll see that they actually line the whole car, and then that's that way that they sit there and block sand it and they get it nice and smooth. But you don't have to do that these days. We got etch primer, we've got undercoat,
we got filler primer,
yeah, blade putty, all that kind of stuff. So fiberglass filler, you know, stuff like that. So what we're doing at the moment is we're taking it back to complete bare metal, because we found some stuff where they actually painted over the original paint with the actual paint that was on it. This is a Contessa Gold, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's meant to be a Contessa Gold Metallic, and they painted over with Tiger Mica,
which, as everyone knows, comes out in
the VTSSs.
VXSS, I think, yeah.
VTSS, S-Pack.
Yeah, which is 7 different golds anyway, which I found out when I tried to do my mate Gary's tail lights. So it's very hard to actually match that colour again, but we're not going to do that. Cameron wants it back to original, so we're going to go back to the original Contessa Gold.
It will go back to original?
Metallic in it.
Oh yeah, I want that. I want it to sparkle.
I'm thinking about putting a gold flake. Don't know about him, but I want to put a gold flake in the clear. So when we spray it over with probably a 1.5 or maybe a 1.6 mil tip, it'll just flake on perfectly, and then we can sit there and block sand it later on with like a 2500 or a 3000, get it smooth as fuck, and then polish it out. I'm no professional at all, you know, guys.
This is all on a budget. It will look good. Like for a little bit, it will be in primer.
So if anyone does this at home and then they fuck up and then they blame us, we're not professionals. This is if you're on a budget like us, you've got no money, and you can't afford to pay 14 grand for some guy to fix your car, or even 2 grand.
I could have sent it to a shop, but I want to do this myself.
I got quoted, I think it was about 6 grand, I think, to repaint my Stato. I practically paid, was it 220 bucks? 220
bucks in supplies.
Yeah, supplies. That was the paint, that was the guns,
the sandpaper. I brought the guns.
Yeah, like sandpaper, all that kind of stuff, and I actually spray painted myself in here.
Yeah, in this carport here.
With a, you know,
it was a lot cleaner than this, but
it wasn't a makeshift booth or plastic or anything, and I did the boot, the bonnet, and the roof in my Stato in Impulse Blue, so it's a VZ colour. It's supposed to have a magenta pearl over it, but I never did it. Didn't clear it or nothing. It come up fucking perfect. And that cost me just under 500 bucks, really. So 250 bucks, and say 250 for the guns that we really paid. So 500 bucks. And my car is out there looking nice again, you know, no clear peel, anything like that. So we'll show you guys what we're doing. Anyway.
So at the moment, as you can see, we'll talk about how they skin the car with filler.
Alright, so that's filler there. That's the original paint.
So yeah, as you can see, original paint.
I think that's the original paint of the bonnet. So I think that this bonnet here was like a brown, like one of the old Kingsies come out with. That really reddy brown, like a maroon. So this is all Bob, all this here. So if we give it, I'll show you. Just give it a bit of a skim.
There, as you can see.
So there, guys. And that's the bog there. The bog, you always can tell, will either be blue or it'll be a really pale pink. It depends how much hardener people put in it. If it's a lot of hardener in it, it'll go like a really dark red like this, but this colour. And this consistency, like you can always tell with bog as well, because if you get a sander, that one's off, but if you get a sander and you sand it like that,
it's all dusty.
so you can actually tell it's like a powder, alright, but when you sand paint, there's nothing.
Yeah.
So there's nothing left. But if you sand bog, you see what I mean? It just goes to powder, but the paint itself comes straight off and you'll see sparks straight away. So that's paint. Alright, that's undercoat. That's the original paint, and that's bog. So they've actually put, if you have a look, they've actually put bog over the top of the original paint.
So the original Contessa.
Which is dodgy as fuck.
So that's a quick update on this. We'll quickly give you the update on the Mini. Now we didn't finish fully recording what we did.
It rained, so we put the camera in on charge and we forgot to pull back out.
So we have the motor here from the Mini. As you can see, motor, K-frame. Motor is completely out. The gearbox is off being repaired, so hopefully we'll hear back about that soon. So that's a quick little update on that. Like I said, we didn't finish recording it as it started raining and didn't want the camera to get wet, and we were just tired, so we wanted to get it over and done with. I will be bringing this onto the channel very soon to get it off defect for my partner, because I got it defected, so I gotta get it off defect. Give you a couple of other updates. We got a trailer update as well. So our car trailer now, the car trailer now has a toolbox on it, where last time it didn't have one. So there's a little update on that. We got the box on there. We did a battery relocation from the trailer to there inside the toolbox. So that was only a couple minutes to get that on. So that's sorted out. We've got two tow rigs. We've got this at the moment. This is force thing about selling this one. It doesn't get used much, and Lee went and got himself one as well. So if I sell mine, we got this as a tow rig to tow with. Got the guys with the tow car. Quick update on the club sport. The guys that wrapped it got more of my wrapping, so that'll be going there to be finished off soon. They had the front and rear bumper redone and possibly the mirrors, so that'll get redone. We got Miss Quinn here, looking good as always.
So I'll probably set the bipod up and you guys can watch us sanding for a bit if you want. Make it worth your while. You can actually see what we do.
Yeah,
how it's done, instead of just saying, oh, this is a before and after.
So I'll just set the tripod up so you can...
We're using 60 grit at the moment. And yeah, when you're in airport. Yeah, so we're using 60 grit at the moment. Another thing too, we'll have a drone coming as well. So we'll actually do aerial shots, but we won't do aerial shot of Cameron's house, because that'll actually put out where he lives, and we're not going to do that. But we'll do an aerial shot of the backyard and all the cars and how it's spaced out and stuff like that.
There will be another video. The Black Statesman will be here soon too. We have to replace the engine loom on it. It malfunctioned, so that'll be back soon.
WH, isn't it?
WK.
WK. Oh, black one?
Yeah, WK.
The Black Knight.
Yeah.
Black Knight, yeah.
So I'm up in the air what I want to do with that, whether I'm going to keep it or sell it. It is a good car, but...
Well, not many people have a WK 3.8 litre 5-speed manual, so...
No. So at the moment, as far as I know, she's a one-off. And no one else has one.
Alright guys, so if you guys want to put down in the comments what we may have missed or we could do better, or if you've done something like this and you want to send us your progress or your videos or anything, we'll put the email for Bogans on a Budget down in the description, and you guys can show us your work and we'll show you ours. And if you're an SA, we can have you down on the actual, well, not really a show, but on the channel, we can come down and meet up with you guys and yeah, have a look at your car and give you a couple of hints and tips if you get stuck or whatever. So let's crack on.
And if anyone is in SA, yeah, definitely hit us up. We'll come have a suss of what you got if you want to be on the channel.
And we'll have merch out soon, guys. It's just been a bit slow at the moment because of COVID.
Yeah, we're gonna get some sample shirts made up first, and I want to get a sample hat made. I love my hats.
Yeah, we both collect hats. He's got more than me though. I'm the kind of guy that'll go like Phillip Island and come home with like $600 worth of hats, and other people that come home with jackets and memorabilia, I'd have hats.
Yeah, hats. You can wear that shit.
Well, that's it, yeah. You can't really wear a Rossi helmet around, can you?
No, right.
So,
a few of us collect our hats. Like every time I go to a car event up here called Horsepower Crew, every time I go there, I'm buying a hat.
Good group, by the way.
So they don't do cruises as much. They're more of a big event.
Yeah, we went to the Fast 9 mainline cruise or meetup, and they actually had the Vin's Dodge Charger out there with dude, it was so loud, it was intense. So if anyone went out there, you know, tell us in the comments what you were driving and what you were in and who you were. Obviously we were in everything. I was in a VE, red one.
Yeah, me and the partner took Quinn out. I didn't take the sport that night. I just wanted to leave that at home. I couldn't be bothered paying for an extra car to go in.
Because he's a cheap gun.
Nah, there was no point taking 2 cars.
Because he's a bogan and he's on a budget. Yeah. I remember we used to go to the drive-ins when I was younger. I'm a lot older than Cam. Alright, I've only just had my 38th birthday. Thanks guys for the birthday present. Sweet. I didn't get nothing. That was on the 28th, so it was what, 3 days ago? 2 days ago. 3 days ago. But I got my club sport, so I'm happy. That's all I wanted really, for like forever. Yeah, so I'm a lot older than Cam. Not by much, but like.
Yeah, I'm 29, going 30 next year, so.
9 years. So we used to go to the. I forgot what I was going to say then, but no.
Used to go to the drive-ins.
We used to go to the drive-ins, and we used to pack like 2 or 3 people in the boot. You know, 4 people in the back seat. You know, like 3 people in the front seats and shit. And paid, I think it was like $22 a car. It might have been cheaper. I think it was $18 a car or something back then. We used to take like Mark II paddle vans and shit and put like 40 people in it. Exaggeration, but you know what I mean. And they'd never check it, so then we'd all just jump out, you know, and sit on the grass. Good times.
But also, if you guys are looking for rims and SA, hit up Will and Fire Kingdom. They'll look after you. All genuine shit.
Yeah.
I got my walkies from there, and they're a genuine set of walkies. I got a set of GDSRs from there. Martin's got a set of GDSRs. I got my outdoor dragways from there. Only place I recommend to buy wheels from these days.
Legacy All Car Enthusiasts as well are sponsored by Type Out at Cheltenham, and maybe soon to be Ty Wright.
Yep.
Elizabeth, I think it is.
Salisbury.
Salisbury. Just near the Holden factory that closed down, near the roundabout. I can't remember what the address is.
And I'm going to have a talk to a few other companies. I'm pretty sure you are as well.
Sprint Auto Parts on Martins Road. Shout out to them. Thanks guys.
Also shout out to MV Motorsports. They actually changed the name. They were MV Customs. They're now MV Motorsports. So I'll give a massive shout out to them for looking after us with our wraps and whatnot. And you know, once my car goes back, can't wait for it done.
I like paint. One to their own, I guess.
Hey, I get asked if my car's painted.
Yeah, well, true. Well, actually, it does look good. I reckon it'd look awesome if we could actually paint it that colour.
If I could get that colour in a paint, I'd paint my colour sport the colour that it is wrapped. It's a very nice colour.
Yeah, it's good. Alright guys, so we're just going to crack on to what we were doing. Enjoy the video. Also guys, when sanding, if you're going to use a palm sander like this, always try and angle the sander onto one kind of a radius. I don't know why, but it actually cuts through a lot easier and you don't use the rest of the pad. Then you can actually use the flat pad later on flatter surfaces. So don't try and use the flat on corners, all that, like especially if you're not going to go back to bare metal. With bare metal it's okay because I can just go over the corner no problem, just going back to bare metal. But if you're just trying to scuff your paint back to get enough of adhesion, then yeah, just use like the corner. Don't even use a power tool really. Use a Scotch Brite. You just want to scratch it up enough to take the shine off of the paint. So there's a bit of a tip for you. And you'll see us chop and change tools throughout this. So I've got the electric sander there with 80 grit on it.
I'm cranking the drill with the wire brush at the moment.
He's got a brass brush. It's not wire. Wire will scratch the shit out of it and will cause a lot of scratches in the actual steel. So it's copper. Copper's a lot. Sorry, not copper. Brass. It's a lot softer than steel. Same with aluminium foil. You can actually clean your bumper and shit off your rust with aluminium foil and coke. So
yeah. So all I'm doing is I'm going around with the drill, with the brass wheel, going around where all the chrome trimming goes. That way, if I don't sand it off by accident.
I've actually seen a guy clean up his mags because he had all rust spots on his mags, and he used Mother's alloy cream polish, and he used alfoil, like just straight up, kitchen alfoil. He bunched it up into a ball and dipped it in, and actually cleaned his mags with alfoil. And you can use I think it's 40 or 50 steel wool as well, because it's that dense and soft it won't actually scratch. So try that too. But I don't think it'll get paint off. You'll be there for years. Another thing that we found out too is we put paint stripper on this. This is why we have to do it this way. Paint stripper won't eat bog. So yeah, and this whole bonnet was covered in the shit. The whole car is really. Be careful when going on your body lines, guys. Like with your bonnet peak and that, because if you hit it with like a 60 or a 40 grit sandpaper with the aggressive air tool, right? So the 50mm, you can actually flatten it off, so it'll actually cut through steel. So you want to bring it up to it and then finish the rest off with like a sander or a sanding paper, do it by hand or whatever. So just remember not to flatten it off. And if you're going to go over the hump, then do it quick. Don't sit there and sit on it. So practically just see what I mean? So I'm actually going up over the hump, then I'm changing direction, over it, so I'm actually shaping it back up. So if you do flatten it, then you can actually bring it up, but if you flatten it completely, your job's fucked. You'll have to fill it with bog and try and bring it up, or you can just start again really. So if Cameron wants to bring it in, have a look at that. See what we mean? There's the lip there. We want that nice and straight. We don't want it to be wavy and shit because you've hit it too much with the buzzer. So this side here is nice. If it brings the camera around, you can actually see that side's nice because I just hit that little bit and then we go like this. I'm not actually going over the lip, guys. I'm going up to it and then stopping about there. Right? You really don't want to go over that, because if you hit that flat, it'll just go completely flat and then your job's completely fucked. There is a way to fix it. You have to weld it and then go all the way, and then you have to sand the welds down and actually shape it again. So don't do that.
I think I might cut this video here. So that's Lee. I'm Cameron.
Jake's at work still.
Yeah, Jake's at work still. And this is Bogans on a Budget. We'll catch up with you in the next video.
See you guys. Bye.